Hello, good afternoon, good afternoon. I know I haven't been here in a while for our Bible study, but since I'm on my way to Bible study, I'm going to do a little quick in the car Bible study. I hear so many people complaining about the government reopening up different states but being real, you don't let nobody tell you what to do any other day. So why is it such a big deal that they're opening up the government? We have options. We have choices. That's why God give us a gift of discernment so that, when the Holy Spirit let us know that things are not quite right, that we have options. And what men and women of God have to do, we have to learn how to stop jumping on everybody's bandwagon while they're complaining about stuff that is no big deal to us. We have to learn how to stop complaining about stuff and follow the plan of God. Being a bunch of confusion and feuding and fighting and being angry, and that is not of God. That is not how God operates. He is not the author of confusion. So we have to learn how to, when situations come about, that we don't always have to be the one to give our opinion, that we just take it upon ourselves to do what's right. And when we do what's right, God is going to cover his people. I've said it before that this pandemic, it has blessed me. Being able to work from home and some things that I really wanted to do and some things I needed to do. We might have peace forever. But it's now that we can finally get her not pad trained, but outdoor trained. There are a lot of little things that we take for granted that, we have to accept what God allowed and make the best out of every situation. Men and women of God should not be just complaining about everything. We should not go around acting like the world. The world have a reason to be in an uproar because they don't know what's going on. Men and women of God, we should be at peace because God's word told us that he will never leave us and he'll never forsake us. And we should not be in a place where we're just feuding and we're angry and we're acting like the world because we don't understand what's going on. The word tells us to seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness and all these other things. So we got to learn how to seek God for everything, not just when we're in need financially, or not just when we're heartbroken, or not when it's something that's beyond our control or something that we don't have to deal with. But we got to be able to seek God at all times for everything at all times. We have to learn how to stop complaining about everything and jumping on the world's bandwagon. One person complaining, we gotta chime in. Sometimes it's better to be silent because when you be quiet, people don't know how ignorant you really are. It's some people, they talk so much that nobody would know how ignorant you are unless you speak. And some of the stuff that we say, and we say that we're intelligent and we got it going on and we living our best life, but as negative as you are, you're really not. You're really letting people know that, you're not who you're saying that you are. So sometimes silence is much better. The word tells us to be slow to speak. So why are we always jumping in, chiming in? If the government gonna open up some of these places, guess what? As men and women of God, use wisdom. Wisdom. That's all we got to do. We have to just display wisdom. If the word of God, pray about it. If God tells us not to do it, don't do it. But a lot of us keep getting in trouble because we talk too much. We talk too much. And the stuff that we're talking about, we have to learn how to be quiet sometimes. And you would think that after we've been in this isolated state that we would enjoy being quiet and enjoy being isolated. If we've learned nothing else, we should have learned wisdom and silence. But the people that's always complaining about everything, it makes the people that are really content in life and really happy in life, it makes us wonder, like, wow, are you really that unhappy? And when you complain about everything all the time, it stems way further. It's way bigger than this government thing. It's something in you. Something in you that is very unhappy. Something in you that's very bitter. Because you just Happy people don't wake up every day to complain. Happy people do not wake up every morning, every day, day after day, complaining about the same thing. That means that you have some issues that you have to deal with. And that way, then you'll be able to say, you know what? They ain't got nothing to do with me. They can open the government up. I don't care what they open up. Be wise. Right now, you making the decisions you want to make now. So if you don't want to go out, don't go out. Leave people alone. If you concentrate on you and your family and let the next person concentrate on them and their family, I promise you, the world would be so much more peaceful. Everybody trying to run somebody, but you can't even run the people in your household. You can't keep up with your boo or your babe, but you gonna run the world? Come on, we got to do better. Because people sick of you complaining all the time. Everything you got to complain about, everything. Boo, you need to take it's not everybody else. It ain't everybody else. So the government, they're going to open up the cities. They're going to have more deaths. You just be the one that don't die. Use wisdom. Use your gift of discernment. You just be the one that don't die. Pray for the government, because you know what? At some point in life, we've all made some bad decisions. Period. We done made some good decisions. We done made some bad decisions. We done been influenced by people that we shouldn't be influenced by. And I know the government now is being influenced by different things. You got to look at it in both ways, because you know that business, that the only means of income that they have is being open. To them, it's like, yeah, I need the government to open up. But to other people that have other means, you would call it stupid. They would call it making a way of living, because you know, when you don't have nothing coming in and you weren't able to store anything up, and everybody not in between blessings because they did the wrong thing. Some people were just, they were very, but at the end of the day, God said he's going to take care of his own. I can promise you they probably still eating. If they are God's people, they still eating. They probably don't know how they doing it. And they probably don't know how he's doing it, because there ain't nothing they doing. They don't know how he's doing it. But God's people are not going without. We're not going without. So stop complaining, because you know, sometimes people really want to bless people. But when you be doing all that complaining, people be like, no, never mind. I don't even want to have nothing to do with them. Sometimes people be wanting to bless you from a distance. They don't want nobody to know, but they don't mind blessing you because God been good to them. But take the time out to stop complaining and thank God thank God that your situation is not worse than the next person, because I can guarantee you, my situation might be bad, but there's somebody else's situation that is way worse than mine. Your situation may be bad, but somebody's situation is way worse than yours. Your situation may be good, but I can promise you there's somebody's situation way better than yours. Mine could be good, but I can promise you there's somebody's situation way better than mine. So stop complaining and be grateful. This is a season of uncommon miracles. I have seen so many uncommon miracles take place during this pandemic that eyes have not seen. And if you stay tuned and stop complaining and seek the face of God and do what's right, most of us can't get blessed because we won't do what's right. Seek the face of God and do what's right. And I can promise you that God is going to make a way out of no way. When your back was against the wall and it looked like it was over, God will still make a way. We got to do better as men and women of God, servants. I mean, we have a servant too. You got to be willing to. Sometimes you can't always be the front one with the flag. Be the one that's on Front Street. If you want to draw some people in, try to draw them into some positive things. Stop trying to have people make people realize how negative you are. The world is already in a bad situation. Don't make it worse by your bad negative comments, your bad and negative complaints. Let's do better. Let's be better. Because when you do better, you can feel better. A lot of people sick right now because they done raised so much hell and they so negative that old negative spirit ain't doing nothing but killing you, because you don't even know how to be happy. You don't know how to be happy, and now your body's sick. Come on, we gotta do better. You got to want better for yourself. And it's only a fool that would want to be the one that always have something negative to say about everything. If you live in your best life and you want people to believe you living your best life, display happiness. Display peace. Display a spirit of quietness, meek, humble. Then I know you're living your best life. We got to do better, people. Let's love on one another. Let's help one another. And at the end of the day, watch God. This situation is going to bless us. The men and women of God, y'all ain't going without. Y'all got to, and realistically speaking, it ain't did nothing but help us save. Because some of us don't know how to stay out the mall. Some of us don't know how to stay out the club. Some of us, it's some habits that we have that God just shut some stuff down so that we can get to that place, that wealthy place that He has ordained for us. But we got to stop being so negative. Stop complaining. Y'all have a good day. I got to go in here. Get ready for Bible study. Because I know most of y'all won't go to church, but y'all will raise hell and go everywhere else. But we finna have us some Bible study. And I got some uncommon miracles that I'm expecting from God. So I'm going in this door with expectation. Y'all have an amazing day. And this is our Bible study.